24. The ability to produce a cohesive, coherent text out of a series of utterances is known as competence. Discourse, grammatical, sociolinguistic, communicative. Discourse competence, the ability to produce and understand coherent text, written and oral, within various genres. الإجابة الصحيحة هي discourse. 25. Which of the following language teaching methods is most closely aligned to the behaviorist theory? A. The natural method, the silent way method, C. the audiolingual method, D. the communicative method. الإجابة الصحيحة هي C. the audiolingual method. Now let's have a look about the audiolingual method. Lessons begin with dialogues. Mimicry and memorization are used. Grammatical structures are sequenced, and rules are taught inductively. Skills are sequenced: listening, speaking, reading, writing, postponed. Pronunciation is stressed from the beginning. Vocabulary is severely limited to initial stages. A great effort is made to prevent learner errors. Language is often manipulated without regard to meaning or context. The teacher must be proficient only in the structure, vocabulary, etc. that he/she teaching, since learning activities and materials are carefully controlled. Behaviorist, imitation theory, reinforcement theory. 26. The direct method places emphasis on translation, memorization, the first language, the target language. The answer is D, the target language. This method intends for students to learn how to communicate in the target language. I mean the direct method. 27. The blank gives students the chance to have conversation where they receive meaningful input from teachers and other students, which will in turn lead to acquisition of the grammatical rules and vocabulary of the second language. A. Scaffolding theory, behavioral theory, interactionist theory, theory of comprehensible input. الإجابة الصحيحة هي interactionist theory. 28. In the early stages of language learning, Arabic learners may produce sentences such as she has a smile beautiful instead of she has a beautiful smile. This can be explained as overextension, positive transfer, negative transfer, overgeneralization. الإجابة الصحيحة هي negative transfer. 29. The type of language that foreign learners create based on their first language, the target language, is known as inter-language, intra-language, cross-language, trans-language. الإجابة الصحيحة هي inter-language. 30. The silent way is a method used in teaching English as a second language. Using the silent way means that A. Teachers speak more than their students. B. Students speak more than their teachers. Students learn only through body language. Teachers are not allowed to speak in the classroom. The silent way, الطريقة الصامتة, the silent way is a methodology of teaching language based on the idea that teachers should be as silent as possible during a class, but learners should be encouraged to speak as much as possible. الإجابة الصحيحة هي B. Students speak more than their teachers. الطلاب يتحدثوا أكثر من معلميهم. This is the silent way. هذه الطريقة الصامتة. 31. What do we call language that were originally pidgins, but over time have become the first language of many people? Pidgins, creoles, dialects, vernaculars. A creole is often defined as a pidgin that has become the first language of new generation of speakers. الإجابة الصحيحة هي creoles B. 32. One downside of the web-based learning resources is that A. They overcome physical distance. They can be updated quickly and easily. They offer flexibility and time allocation. They can be affected by technical problems. هنا نلاحظ في السؤال أنه قال one downside، يعني أحد السلبيات. One downside of the web-based learning، أحد سلبيات التعلم المبني على اللي هو الإنترنت، يعني resources مصادر الإنترنت is that they overcome physical distance. طبعا هذه ميزة إن هو يتغلب على التباعد. they can be updated quickly and easily، ممكن تحديثه بسهولة أو بسرعة، هذه ميزة. they offer flexibility in time and location، يعطي مرونة في الوقت والمكان، طبعا هذه ميزة. ولكن هو طلب سلبية، إذا they can be affected by technical problems، يتأثر بالمشكلات التقنية، هذه سلبية، وهو طلب في السؤال سلبية. إذا الإجابة الصحيحة هي D. They can be affected by technical problems. 33. The combination of both online and face-to-face education is known as blended learning, flipped classroom, mobile classroom, conventional learning. The correct answer is blended learning، اللي هو التعليم الهجين أو التعليم المهجن، اللي هو يجمع ما بين اللي هو التعليم وجها لوجه والتعليم عن بعد. 34. Frank wants to give his intermediate school students homework to improve their vocabulary about solar system. Which of the following is most likely to motivate students to do this assignment? A. Going to the public library. B. Using YouTube videos. C. Listening to the radio. D. Reading a book. الإجابة الصحيحة هي A. Going to the public library، الذهاب إلى المكتبة العامة. 35. What type of learning objective is this? By the end of this course, the student will be able to name 3 manners of articulation: evaluation, knowledge, application, comprehension. The answer is B. Knowledge. 36. Which of the following is the most adequate behavioral objective of grammar lesson about the past simple tense? By the end of this lesson, students A. will be able to use the past simple correctly. B. will be able to understand the past simple tense, will know when to use the past simple tense, will realize the importance of the past simple tense. الإجابة هي A. will be able to use the past simple correctly. 37. The only approach that doesn't take students' unique abilities into consideration is A. cooperative learning, multi-sensory teaching, project-based assessment, the grammar translation method. The answer is cooperative learning، التعلم التعاوني. 38. Which of the following teaching strategies promotes student engagement? A. Making learning real. B. Allowing less time allowing less wait time, using the same activities, increasing teacher talk time. The answer is A. Making learning real. جعل التعلم حقيقي. 39. To identify students' unique academic abilities, teachers should A. Conduct progress tests, conduct a diagnostic, C. Ask students about their abilities, D. Ask other teachers about students. The answer is conduct a diagnostic. 40. Which of the following questions encourages students' critical thinking? When was Great Expectations published? Who is the author of Great Expectations? What are the major themes of Great Expectations? What is an alternative conclusion for Great Expectations? The answer is what is an alternative conclusion for Great Expectations? 41. Which teaching style encourages students to engage in self-directed learning experiences? Expert, facilitator, delegator, formal authority. The answer is facilitator. 42. Test measures how much the students have learned of the recently taught material. Aptitude, progress, placement, diagnostic. الإجابة هي B. progress اللي هو التقدم. 43. Before planning a lesson, it is important to consider a number of factors. One of these factors is A. Deciding the time allocated to each lesson, setting a proper grading system for each lesson activity. C. Designing tasks that can measure students' understanding for the lesson. D. Understanding the educational and cultural background of the students. The answer is D. Understanding the educational and cultural background of the students. 44. Which of the following is not considered a good practice of teaching grammar? A. Accepting students' non-standard or developmental grammar. B. Focusing on how we combine words to make meaning. C. Giving students a chance to practice grammar to internalize it. D. Using non-contextualized grammar drills worksheets. The answer is D. Using non-contextualized grammar drills worksheets. 45. Which of the following teaching theories is based on the coordination of language and bodily movements motivate students to react to verbal input? A. The monitor model, the natural approach. C. Total physical response. D. Dogma language teaching bodily movements equal TPR. The answer is C. Total physical response. 46. Teacher use blank assessment at the end of a lesson to ensure that objectives are met. Summative, diagnostic, formative, indicative. The answer is C. Formative. 47. Placing emphasis on L2 learners' expression of their opinions in their L2 writing is known as style, voice, genre, mode. The answer is voice. 48. Which of the following topics can be written about in a process paragraph? A. How to make a milkshake. B. Your best summer vacation. C. Sports games you don't like. D. A person who changed history. The answer is A. How to make milkshake. 49 blank is a kind of an assessment where students collect samples of their work to track their progress during an academic year. A. Performance assessment. B. Task-based assessment. Portfolio assessment. D. Self-assessment. The correct answer is C. Portfolio assessment. الجواب هو portfolio assessment. 50 in and blank, the student's performance is compared to the set standard analyzed to find out the quality of performance taking place. A. Examination. B. Assessment. D. Observation. D. Evaluation. The answer is assessment. What is assessment? ما هو التقييم؟ Assessment is an ongoing process aimed at understanding and improving student learning. It involves making our expectations explicit and public, setting appropriate criteria and high standards for learning quality, systematically gathering, analyzing, and interpreting evidence to determine how well performance matches those expectations and standards, and using and resulting information to document, explain, and improve performance. 51. During which of the following writing processes do students review and amend their writing? Rewriting, publishing, drafting, editing. The answer is editing. Question 52. The skill of rewriting a text by maintaining the same idea but with significantly different wording is known as paraphrasing, summarizing, outlining, quoting. The answer is paraphrasing. 53. Which of the following is a subject-oriented writing style that is used when explaining how to processes? Descriptive, expository, persuasive, narrative. The answer is expository. 54. One of the general principles of course design is orientation. It entails checking whether the needs of the target group have been met, evaluating materials in the light of accreditation standards, B. Brainstorming with colleagues and selecting course materials, monitoring lessons and selecting suitable teaching techniques. The answer is C. Brainstorming with colleagues and selecting course materials. 55. Alan adopts audiolingual method ALM in his English classes. Thus, in his classes, students' language errors are tolerated, explicit grammatical rules are not provided, grammatical rules are presented with examples, translation is used to clarify the new grammar patterns. B. Explicit grammatical rules are not provided. 56. According to Krashen, what kind of input necessarily leads to the acquisition of a second language? Comprehensible, conversational, entertainable, instructional. الجواب الصحيح هو comprehensible. 57. Historical linguistics is defined as the study of how language is used in society, language in its cognitive function, language as it relates to the mind, how language develops over time. الإجابة الصحيحة هي how language develops over time. 58, according to Norman Chomsky, blank is a person's underlying subconscious linguistic ability to create and understand sentences, including sentences they have never heard before. Native speakership, performance, competence, cognition. الجواب هو C. competence. 59. Which of the following terms means that grammars of all language change time? Mutability, generality, universality, interchangeability. The answer is mutability. 60. Which group of words below is auxiliaries? This, that, may, my, may, can, should, very, to, maybe, before, inside, from. The answer is may, can, should. 61. The clause in the sentences Nora is working on her homework is interrogative, exclamative, declarative, imperative. The answer is declarative. 62. The reading teacher introduced his students to a short story where a wealthy boy was robbed by a poor man in Italy. Which of the following questions helped the students think critically? How did mother react? How plausible is the poor man's story? How did the boy feel about the robbery? How did the police catch the poor man at the end? The answer is B. How plausible is the poor man's end? ما مدى معقولية قصة الرجل الفقير؟ 63. Which of the following theories argued that language learning is a process of linguistic imitation and habit formation? A. The innatist theory. B. The cognitivist theory. C. The behaviorist theory. The socio-cultural theory. The answer is C. The behaviorist theory. النظرية السلوكية. Lesson number 3, topic holidays, date Monday, 25 November 2017. Aim to give controlled practice of grammatical structures. 64. Which of the following learning activities would achieve the above aim? A. Completing a gap-fill grammar exercise in a workbook. B. Exchanging workbook and checking their partner's work. Discussing grammatical differences between Arabic and English. D. Playing a puzzle game based on grammar technical terms. The answer is A. Completing a gap-fill grammar exercise in a workbook. 65. Learning goals need to be SMART goals. I mean specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Which of these 5 principles did Sammy miss when he gave the following assignment and instructions to his students? You need to give a presentation on British spelling with American spelling. Prepare 3 to 4 slides on that topic, including 8 examples. Each has half a point. Use photos and videos if you like, and use Microsoft PowerPoint to produce on electronic file. A. Attainable. B. Realistic. C. Specific. D. Timely. The answer is timely. He doesn't mention when they can deliver their work. طبعا لم يذكر متى يسلموا الواجبات. 66. In which of the following teaching methods is the class taught in Arabic with little active use of English? A. The informal method. The inductive method. C. The communicative method. D. The grammar translation method. The answer is the grammar translation method. In grammar translation method, classes are taught in the mother tongue, while little active use of the target language. يعني في اللغة اللي هي الترجمة يتعلم الطلاب بلغة بلغتهم الأم أكثر من استخدام اللغة المستهدفة. 67. What type of learner has preference for physical activity and information that is best encountered in a tactile ways and through application in real-world activity? A. Visual, B. Auditory, C. Kinesthetic, D. read and write. الجواب الصحيح هو C. Kinesthetic. 68. Written lesson plans have many advantages for the teachers. Which of the following is not one of these advantages? They can give teachers an idea about students' motivation and performance. They can serve as formal evidence in case teachers are to be observed. They can be used as a record to reminder of what has been taught. D. They can help teachers improve their teaching for next semesters. Remember, he said that is not one of these advantages. ليست من أحد المزايا. Okay. The answer is they can serve as formal evidence in case teachers are to be observed. 69. Which of the following refers to how assessment measures what it's supposed to measure? Validity, usability, reliability, objectivity. The answer is validity. Read the following passage, then answer the 6 questions that follow. 1. The damage you described in your letter of 7 July has now been inspected. 2. Faults in the wiring appear to have been caused by dripping water from the floor above. The electrical contractor who put the wiring in February tells me that the wall was dry at the time he replaced the old wires. However, we will arrange for repairs to be made and seal off that section. 3. Dura floor is one of the most hard-wearing materials of its kind on the market, and we were surprised to hear that it had worn away within 6 months. So we made a close inspection. We noticed that the floor had been cut into, and this seems to have been the result of dragging. Heavy metal 1-year guarantee we offer on our workmanship is boxes across it. The against normal wear and tear and the treatment the floor appears to have been subjected to does not come into this category. I am quite willing to arrange for the surface to be replaced, but we will have to charge you for the materials and work involved. If I may, I would like to suggest that you instruct your staff to use trolleys when shifting heavy containers. 4. I am sorry about this inconvenience you have experienced and will tell the fitters to repair the damage as soon as I have your confirmation that they can begin work. 70. The above passage is a reply to a complaint, a reply to an inquiry, C. A work order, a complaint. The answer is a reply to a complaint. رد على شكوى. 71. According to paragraph 2, the problems with wiring were caused by the old wires, leaking water, the new wires, the electrical contractor. The answer is leaking water, الماء المتسرب. 72. According to paragraph 3, the floor problems were caused by poor workmanship, normal wear and tear, the use of faulty materials, the employees working in that area. The answer is the employees working in that area. 7.3. According to paragraph 3, which of the following is true? The damaged floor surface will be replaced free of charge. B. The floor surface needs to be inspected every year in July. C. Staff needs to be instructed about how to treat the floor. D. Dura floor needs to be replaced every 6 months. The answer is C. Staff needs to be instructed about how to treat the floor. 74, according to paragraph 4, the replacement of the damaged floor surface is going to begin when the customer notifies the contractor, is going to begin when the workmen are available. The answer is A, is going to begin when the customer notifies the contractor. 75. The word inconvenience in the passage is closest in meaning to time, pressure, coincidence, bad luck, trouble. The answer is trouble. شكرا لكم وإلى مراجعة أخرى. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إذا كان هناك أخطاء فأرجو التوجيه، وإذا عجبكم الفيديو فأرجو الاشتراك في القناة ونشر الفيديو للاستفادة، وشكرا لكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.